In 30 years of searching these deserts, nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared me for what I saw that morning.
Control, this is Scout 1. Coordinates confirmed, 25 point.
We didn't walk. We ran.
Because something in our bones told us that if we were even 1 minute too late, it would disappear forever.
I dropped to my knees, not because I was tired, because I was looking at something I genuinely believed did not exist on this earth.
That little one had maybe 2 hours left. Get the water, quick!
It's okay, help is here.
We didn't sleep. Nobody even suggested it. We just stayed there in the dark and we fought for it.
Pulse is weak but holding. He's responding.
When it stood up, I have never heard grown scientists cry like that, including myself. We didn't bring them into our world. We built our world around them, right there in the sand.
Every morning at first light, we would sit with them. No cameras, no equipment, just us and them and the silence of the desert.
What you are about to witness is a journey that begins here, in this desert, with the rarest animals on Earth, and ends in the hands of the most discerning collectors in the world. Stay with us.
Welcome to the world of civilization.
We used no force, not a single moment of force. These animals walked onto those trucks because they trusted us, and that trust was everything.
Good boy.
We drove slow, windows checked every quarter hour. Nobody relaxed until we saw the factory gates. We drove slow, windows checked every quarter hour. They had heard about these animals for months. Seeing them was something else entirely. The skin of an albino camel is unlike anything in the leather world, finer than ostrich, stronger than crocodile. Oil content is 34%.
What you are seeing behind me has never been filmed before. This room, this process, this leather, it exists nowhere else on Earth.
The outer coat must be removed in one continuous motion. No stopping, no restarting. The hide must come off in the largest possible pieces. Every seam you add later is a weakness you created yourself. The belly leather is the most valuable, thinner, more supple, and almost impossible to cut without damaging. You leave a millimeter of guard hair, not for warmth, for texture. The finished leather remembers what it used to be. Before the first cut separates hide from animal, we document everything: color, texture, density. This is evidence, not inventory. The animal's health during shearing determines everything. Stress changes the leather at a molecular level. You cannot hide that later.
1,000, 2, 1,000.
They return to the desert within 24 hours. The leather we take is a gift. The animal's life is not negotiable.
Goodbye.
The inspection starts the moment the hide touches the table. You feel for scars, insect bites, weak spots, anything the desert left behind.
I have stood in factories on 6 continents. I have never seen an inspection like this. Every inch of every hide, touched, tested, judged, and we are only getting started.
We sourced the curing minerals from their homeland. It felt right. Like the desert itself was finishing what it started. The curing minerals come from salt flats deep in the Sahara. The same salt that preserved ancient trade routes now preserves these hides. We keep the white side up. The minerals penetrate from the flesh side first. That way the grain surface stays untouched for longer.
72 hours in that bath. You cannot rush it. The leather will tell you when it is ready.
We stir by hand. Machines would tear the fiber structure. These paddles were made by a craftsman in Morocco who has been building them for 40 years. After one day, the salinity drops as the hide absorbs minerals. We add more desert salt, always more desert salt. At 48 hours, the hide begins to change. It stops being skin and starts becoming leather. You can feel the difference in your hands.
What you see behind me has never been filmed before. This leather exists nowhere else on Earth. We are the only team allowed inside.
72 hours. Not a minute more, not a minute less. The hide tells you when it is ready. Today, it said now. Now the real work begins. The cure preserved it. Now we have to purify it. Every hide has a story the desert wrote on it. Scraping does not erase the story. It simply removes the noise so the story can be read. We work in silence, not because we are angry, because scraping requires listening. The knife tells you when you hit a scar or a weak spot. Scars do not disqualify a hide, they make it authentic, but they must be flattened, hidden, respected, not erased. The belly is the most fragile part. Half the pressure, twice the patience. One mistake and the entire section is worthless. Good. Now continue. The grain side is what the world will see. It must be flawless without being artificial. That is the hardest line to walk. This knife removes nothing but the mistakes. Everything else stays exactly as nature made it. After scraping comes the first true look at what the desert made, and every time it takes your breath away. Look at that.
I have watched hides being scraped in a dozen countries. I have never seen a room fall silent like this one did when they finished this hide. Nobody cheered, nobody caught exist until today.
We spent 18 months developing that formula, because this leather deserved a process built entirely around it, not the other way around. The drums are stainless steel lined with aged teak. Metal would bruise the fiber. Wood breathes with the leather. Vegetable tannins, mimosa from Brazil, cabracho from Argentina, chestnut from France, blended in a ratio we will never publish. Water, oil, and tannin, the oldest recipe in leather making, but the proportions, those took 18 months to perfect. 96 hours, 4 full days, the drums never stop, not for a single minute. At 48 hours, you can feel the transformation. The leather remembers what it was, but now it knows what it will become. At 72 hours, the leather is thirsty. We feed it one last time, a final charge of tannin to push it to perfection. 96 hours, not 95, not 90-17. The leather knows the difference.
I have been in tanning chambers where the noise never stops, where workers wear earplugs and communicate with hand signals. But when these drums stopped just now, you could hear a needle drop.
The tannin has done its work. The hide is now leather, permanent, unbreakable, and still impossibly white. 45 minutes. Not an hour, not 30 minutes. Any longer and the fiber weakens. Any shorter and the color is uneven.
Halfway through, we check. The leather tells us if it needs more time. This batch said it was almost there.
When it comes out of the bleach bath, that is the moment. That white is not painted on. It is the truth of the animal, finally visible.
Wow.
3 rinses. The first takes away the bleach. The second takes away the memory of the bleach. The third gives back only water. We never wring this leather, never twist it, never stretch it when wet. The fibers remember everything you do to them. Drying takes 3 days, not 2, not 4, 3. The desert teaches patience, we learned. 3 days in that room. No heat, no fans directly on the leather. Just time and patience and the desert air we piped in through special filters. Stretching is not about making the leather bigger. It is about reminding the leather of its original shape. The desert stretched it naturally. We just finished the job. Too much tension and the leather tears. Too little and it dries wrinkled. 3.2 newtons. That is the number. We do not guess.
Leather wants to remember its shape from the animal. We stretch equally in both directions so it forgets the camel and remembers the panel.
When you release the tension and the leather stays, that is when you know it has forgotten the animal and become something new. Uniform thickness, uniform color, uniform texture. That is not luck. That is the result of every previous step done correctly. The edges are where the clamps gripped. Those marks are the memory of the process. We trim them away so only the perfect center remains. We find it now or it finds the customer later. Reject.
In most leather factories, 97% of hides pass inspection. Here, it is the opposite. Only 3% will you have watched us make. Every single one has to be perfect enough for the person who will hold it 50 years from now.
Fold it completely. If it cracks, it fails. If it holds a crease, it fails. This leather must remember its shape without remembering the fold. Tear resistance. This leather is stronger than cowhide of the same thickness, much stronger. Sunlight is the enemy of white leather. We test for 100 hours of simulated sunlight. If it yellows even slightly, the entire hide is rejected. 100 hours of desert sun in a box, and this leather did not care. That is albino camel. That is what we protect. The natural oils in this leather repel water better than any treatment we could add. The desert taught it to survive without us. The machines measure numbers, the hand measures soul, and this leather has soul. Every millimeter was planned. We mapped this leather like a cartographer maps new land, because that is exactly what it was. Zero waste. We mean that literally. Every square centimeter of approved leather is assigned to a specific piece before the first knife touches it. The first cut is always a ceremony in this factory, but this day, this cut was different. Everyone in that room knew it. The sound of the cut clean and final. Workers standing in a semicircle with held breath. One piece, one continuous motion, no second cuts, no corrections. That is mastery. Different curves demand different knives. A master cutter owns 12 blades. He uses every one of them. The wallet is the most personal piece. It lives in your pocket every day. If a wallet is cut poorly, it will feel wrong in the hand forever. A belt made from albino camel leather will outlive the person wearing it. That is not marketing, that is the nature of the material. Every panel has a number. Every number has a story. And every story begins in the same desert, with the same impossible white animal.
I have stood in factories on 6 continents. I have never seen cutting like this. Every piece has been mapped, traced, cut, and cataloged as if it were the only piece in the room. And now, these pieces go to the hands of legends.
These hands have made bags for kings, for presidents, for the most powerful families on earth. And every one of them said this leather was unlike anything they had ever worked with. Linen thread, waxed by hand, no nylon, no polyester. Linen breathes with the leather and ages beautifully.
Saddle stitching, the oldest and strongest stitch in leatherwork. Machines cannot do this. Machines cannot feel the tension in their fingertips.
8 masters, 8 different pieces, but the rhythm is the same, the concentration is the same, the love is the same.
The gusset is the hardest seam. One wrong stitch and the bag will never sit straight. These women do not make wrong stitches.
Raw edges are sharp, they catch on clothing, they wear unevenly. Beveling is invisible when done right and disastrous when done wrong. 18-karat gold, brushed, not polished. Polished gold is loud, brushed gold whispers. This leather deserves a whisper.
A jacket is not sewn once. It is sewn, fitted, adjusted, and sewn again. Sometimes 3 times. We do not rush fit. The inside of the bag is as beautiful as the outside, because the person carrying it will see the inside more often. Then he paused. Even he looked at his own hands differently today. That is what albino camel leather does. It makes masters feel like beginners again.
5 lighting conditions. Because a piece this rare will be worn in every light, and it must be perfect in all of them.
The box is not packaging. The box is the first chapter of the story the new owner will tell for the rest of their life.
That silence, that is what you work 30 years for. Not the applause, the silence that comes before it.
This video is created for educational purposes using AI tools. The script and ideas were inspired by public info and competitors concept, then rewritten using AI to ensure originality. Visuals and animations are AI generated using VO3, Meta AI, Grok AI, and editing is done in CapCut. We do not copy or reuse any other contents. This video is informative only and doesn't present AI visuals as real footage.